and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest mistakes new painters make, and a mistake that I made for far too long and that's why I'm sharing it in this video. So the one thing I see a lot of new painters doing is focusing on the details of a painting way too soon, because we tend to think it's the details in a painting that makes it look realistic, but actually that's not true. It couldn't be further from the truth in a way. So I'm going to show you the way you should be layering your paintings and what to do instead. So pause the video, grab yourself a lovely cup of tea or a snack, and let's chill out and chat about painting for a minute. So I get a lot of messages from artists who say that they would really like a more loose, painterly, impressionistic style of painting, but then kind of end up adding too many details and getting hung up on the details. Or maybe you're keen to get the details in the painting just to make it look much more realistic. If you feel like your paintings aren't looking as realistic as you'd like, that can be an easy mistake to make. And I remember the days where I would paint something and I'd get really excited about painting a specific detail in that painting. Maybe it'd be like the eyelashes in a portrait, or like the bright highlight of a petal on a flower, or maybe the sun reflections on the sea, from the reflections from the sun. And I'd kind of get so hung up on that bit of detail and kind of forget a lot of the other things. And yeah, sure, details enhance the painting, no doubt, but if the initial frame or structure of a painting isn't right first, it's kind of like putting sprinkles on a moldy cake. Just the core of the painting needs to be there, and that is what's detrimental to a painting. And I see over and over beginner artists, and I myself did this, rushing into that stage where you can paint on the details and it's all fun, but then aren't happy with the finished painting. And this can really take away your confidence. It can leave you feeling not sure why the painting went wrong or what the problem with it is. And it can mean that you eventually start overworking the painting because you're adding more and more layers of paint to try and fix it, but actually maybe it was never going to work in the first place because the initial structure wasn't correct. And honestly, I don't want you to stay in that cycle, because I did for far too long, and we've all been there, so it's okay, there's no shame. And this video is to try and hopefully inspire you and to teach you a better way. So let's talk about what to do if you're feeling like this when you're painting. If you focus the majority of your time first getting the structure of the painting right first, it's so much more enjoyable and relaxing to then add those latter layers excuse me, with the texture, and you can add all those fun little details knowing that the painting will work because you've added that initial time getting the structure right. So if you're wondering exactly what do I mean by the basic structure, what I mean by that is mapping out the proportions, the main shapes in the painting, creating a great composition, and also giving a lot of attention to the values, which is also one of the biggest things in a painting that make it look realistic. Then with each layer that you add, you can then build that texture, building that story into the painting and through your brush strokes and the colour, knowing that that initial great structure is there, and that's what's going to carry your painting through. And then with the final step, that's the moment that you can choose how much detail you'd like to add or not. So if you're looking for a loose, painterly, impressionistic style, you don't ever have to get to that point where it's detailed, but it still looks realistic. So if that all sounds like something that you would enjoy putting into your work, I've actually made a free video workshop explaining the 3 steps. It's like a 3-step method that I go through, and this is for people who want to achieve that loose, painterly effect. In fact, we actually go through this painting here. This is the painting that I take you through each step and all the layers. So if this is something that you sound like you would enjoy, all you have to do is to click the link in the description box. I'll pop a link to that free workshop. It's got tons of valuable knowledge in it, and I'm sure that you will at least learn one thing, but there's a few different really important tips that I share with you, like how to use a reference photo in your own painting, how to translate that to the canvas. I also share my 3 favourite tools for achieving this loose, painterly brush strokes and also texture. and you'll also come away with a beautiful seascape that you can decorate your room or you can gift somebody you love. So if that all sounds good, then make sure to check out that link in the description box. To be honest, I did actually think about selling it as like a mini course, but for the moment, I'm giving it as a freebie, just to thank you for your support here on YouTube, because I really do appreciate all the views, the likes, the comments that you guys leave me, and just being a part of your journey means so much to me. So go ahead, you can get instant access. It's all pre-recorded, so you can start seeing huge improvement in your painting skills right away. So I hope that you enjoy it. As I say, I'll pop the link here, and I'll also pop the link in the video somewhere in the corner that you can click on and go directly to it. So I hope that you enjoy the workshop. Let me know how you get on. You can always email me with your painting. I'd love to see it, or if you put it out on social media, make sure you tag me so I can have a look at the gorgeous painting that you've created. And so that's all from me today, guys. I hope you have a lovely, inspiring day wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and yeah, bye.